So you want to make money on YouTube, but you're not sure what to do with all of these monetization options. Let me help you with this framework to solve the dilemma in front of you. This method is based on my 15 years of business operations experience, last 5 years analyzing the creator economy, and a recent conversation with a venture capitalist who invests in the creator brands. Creators have access to many monetization options, but before you get excited, you have to consider how predictable and operationally complex these monetization options are for you to deploy. To help creators filter through the monetization options in front of them, I came up with this simple rate card. On it, we evaluate the revenue potential, predictability, and complexity of execution for each major monetization option. For example, you don't want to mess with any of the monetization options that require extra work. You pick this career for the creative side of things or as a side income, or maybe just because you want to take it easy. AdSense is a great way for you to achieve that goal. With nearly no operational complexity, you can set it and forget it, and YouTube will send you a regular check. The problem is that AdSense can be very unpredictable due to the policy changes, changing behaviors in the digital advertising, or just the general state of the economy. While the revenue potential is very high in some niches, but mostly it's moderate at best. Okay, that makes sense, but what if you want to do just a little bit of extra work for that extra paycheck? You can take on memberships on YouTube or through the website like Patreon or OnlyFans, or you could even sell a digital product line, a planner, or an add-on for the editing software. As you can see, higher rating scores indicate that your revenue potential is increasing compared to AdSense, and predictability of this monetization option is higher. But with it, it's also more complex to operationally execute. This becomes a real trade-off when picking monetization options, because in some cases you can get paid a certain amount for a lot less work, or conversely, you can increase your revenue potential, but with it you're required to input more work. And you also have to consider, while balancing those two actions, the fact that your creative work cannot be negatively impacted, whether you're taking on a smaller project or building an even bigger business and expanding it into the physical products, event spaces, and consulting business. Because in those cases, you will need commercial locations, warehouses, new hires to manage the business, and proper business infrastructure overall. The great news: you are at the peak of the revenue potential with this kind of option, with an opportunity out there to build a multi-billion-dollar business. Just look at the brands like Feastables and Prime as a potential benchmark. And of course, the work to get there is akin now to running a proper startup and turning it into a potential enterprise-grade business, which is again something that you could be into. I just want to make sure you have this framework in place to decide how far do you want to go down this path. With this rating system, my mission is to ensure you understand that there is a trade-off to picking up too many monetization options. Avoid at all costs a situation where your monetization efforts negatively affect your content. Your creative work is why your viewer comes to you in the first place. And if they stop receiving the value they came to you for from your content in the first place, you will gradually lose them. And with that, all of these options to monetize will fail. Never jeopardize the value that you provide to your audience, especially if you seek to grow a bigger brand. In that conversation that I mentioned with the VC professional who invests in the actual creators today, they've told me that they don't look at the subscriber count, they don't look at the viewer count. All they look at the amount of value that the creator provides to their audience through the content or some of these other monetization options. The reason for that is that if they see a lot of value, they know that they can go help that creator expand on that value, offer more value to the broader audience, and then take a cut in front of the equity or revenue that that VC will yield from this investment. And so if you jeopardize that value that you provide to your audience, not only are you affecting the potential growth for your business, not only are you affecting some of these other individual monetization options that you're going to run on your own, but you're also affecting your potential to attract others to partner with you on growing your creator brand. And sure, you can say that, hey, then I will stick to AdSense, but even AdSense is the proxy for the value that you provide to your audience, because AdSense is placed on the videos that really attract a lot of audience, that attract certain niches or retain the attention of the audience. In all of those cases, those are all just proxies for the value that the viewer receives based on what they came to you for, whether it is to be entertained, educated, learn some skill, and list goes on. So even if you think you're just gonna stick to AdSense, you still have to always consider the type of value that you provide to your audience. I hope this is helpful. If you would like, reach out to me to brainstorm about all of these monetization options, or you plan to grow your business or remain the same. Happy to chat either way. Otherwise, I'll see you next Saturday. Peace.